We're Chloe and Jordan, also known as Counting Countries. We've been traveling for the last 5 months with the goal of visiting every country in the world and being the fastest team to ever do it. Last week, we were in Uzbekistan, country number 44, where we saw a ton of beautiful mosques and we ate a meat that I will never eat again. After that, we headed to Tajikistan, country number 45. We took some much-needed rest, explored the capital of Dushanbe, and had shockingly delicious Italian food. This week, we're in Lebanon, country number 46. We witnessed history here, and it's a moment we will never forget.
1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
Ahlan wa sahlan fi Lebanon. Welcome to Lebanon.
You did it?
Yes, he did it.
We made it to Lebanon. There are a bunch of protests going on here right now. So the guy at security asked us, "Are you here for the protests?" What'd you say?
I said, no, it's been planned for a year and it's just really bad timing. He said, I don't believe you. You're here to see this and you're not going to like it.
And then they took our passports into a different room and we're like, uh-oh. But we got them back. We're through. We made it to our hotel. Senses Beach Resort. Can't see anything right now, but it looks like a nice view. We are staying at the beautiful Senses Resort Hotel and Spa right outside of Beirut this week. Today is our first day here. We are meeting up with a friend we met on Instagram. She lives here. She owns a coffee shop and she said that she wanted to take us around, show us a few things around Beirut and introduce us to a few surprises. So we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing today, but she's coming to pick us up right now and show us all around her hometown.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for picking us up.
You're welcome. I don't think it would have worked any other way.
Yeah.
It would have taken you like a very long time.
We just got in this gondola and she said, I worry about these in Lebanon because I don't know if they maintain them.
So, we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Stir in peace with some peace of mind.
And now we are at the Jeita Grotto, which is one of the top 14 finalists for the new 7 Wonders of the World competition. Didn't know there was such a thing, but apparently there is. The place is amazing. The only problem is there's no photography or videography allowed inside. It's a cave, 9 kilometers in length. There's an upper cave and a lower cave that were discovered in 1836, and they're full of stalactites, stalagmites, and amazing views. The only problem is there's no videography or photography allowed inside. However, we made friends with one of the workers here and convinced him to let us get a few shots. Check this out.
If you don't like this music, then don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, can you go somewhere but here? Cause you know, we're only losing control just for a minute. Or if you don't like this music, then don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, can you go somewhere but here? Cause you know, we're only losing control just for a minute. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah.
It's like we're going to Disneyland.
We just finished up the first cave. Now we're taking a little Disneyland train to the underground cave.
What's the point of seeing Caesar if you lose touch with Jesus? There I pledge my allegiance.
My God really do
I
reign.
stumbled into greatness. Only logical conclusion is I fumble with the fakeness. But
rumble, young man, rumble. Anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger or more humble.
If God ain't the heart, what's any of it?
Never been afraid to holler out, my God's the greatest. Ain't gotta make sense, man, I used to make tents. If my life is a vacation.
That was one of the most unique, fascinating things we've ever done. I absolutely loved it. Chloe?
It was incredible. Like, definitely way more surprising than I thought. We were just told we were going to a grotto, but man, that was unreal.
And
Gotcha.
last but not least,
Hey, I'm Miriam.
this is Miriam, and she's amazing. She's showing us around today all over the place. How did you like the grotto?
I feel like I discovered it all over again. It's been years since I've come here.
Because you were here as a kid,
Yeah.
right?
It's been, I don't know, over 20 years maybe. I don't know.
That's cool.
Not that long.
Did you remember all of it, or did you see new things?
No, I think I saw new things. I felt like it grew like wider. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really remember a lot of things, but I think like I've seen like something very, very.
She said she felt like a tourist in her own country, which we freaking love that. We highly, highly encourage people to be tourists in their own country.
The 8th wonder of the world. Thank you for taking us.
If you don't keep it real, can you go somewhere but here? Cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah.
What is like the revolution about right now?
Basically, it's like a 40-year waiting revolution.
Really?
Yeah, it's been since the war. We have the same politicians, and they promise the same things, and they don't actually do anything. But like the people were actually asleep. Everyone was just saying, okay, maybe like 6 years ahead, the new president, the new ministry, like they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything, and it's getting worse and worse.
Since their prime minister resigned, they are taking a break from protests for the next week, and they opened all the roads. So we get to head to Beirut today, which we're super excited about. And we are stopping here at Jabor. It's a restaurant here that serves shawarma, and apparently it is the best shawarma ever.
We've heard that this guy makes the best shawarma in all of Lebanon, so we gotta check him out.
How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
You're welcome.
Good.
Fine, thank you, and you're welcome, man.
We've heard you have the best in all of Lebanon.
Yeah, I have, you're welcome. Chicken for you.
My head. And the more I think, the more I'm left with words.
Okay, what do you think? Is it the best?
It's so good. It's seriously so good. The chicken one's my favorite.
He earns his title. So as we've mentioned a few times, we happen to come to Lebanon right during one of the biggest revolutions and protests in country history. The main reason for the protests were to get corrupt members of government resigned and out of office. Well, as of yesterday, the prime minister has stepped down and a lot of the protests have stopped. Right behind me is the center of Beirut where the main protest was happening for the last 12 days.
Muted colors, broken songs, passive aggressive, always. Cause we like it like that.
Looking at you, looking at me. Words are fading away so easily. Oh, looking at you.
This is an old movie theater that was bombed in the 60s and is now abandoned. We're gonna go climb to the top of it.
In my head. And the more I think, the more I'm left with words we never said. Dancing in my head. cutting each other off.
Okay, I did it, made it to the top. It was all worth it for this view. That was so freaking scary. And Amin did it. The girls won't do it.
Yeah.
But the view's worth it, right? Look at that.
Are you gonna do it? 3 hours later. We're almost to the end.
Don't be a jerk, because now he's gonna turn the table on you.
Don't be a jerk.
That is where I just climbed up. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud of you, honey.
Promise?
I was very proud.
That was hard.
I know.
That was really scary.
I know.
This right here is where the fights happen between the protesters and the government. Glad we missed that. These kids behind me are just spray painting the wall. No one cares. No rules here. Anything goes.
Live with words we've never shared, dancing in my head. Why do we keep cutting each other off?
Where are we headed?
Iraq. Kind of just hit me.
Are you nervous?
Are you?
I don't know, maybe a little bit. Tajikistan is a little underdeveloped.
We're taking a taxi home.
We made it to Tashkent. We are finally in. Wait, we're not in Tashkent.
Oh, you want Josele Hennet and chocolate, huh?
Good Arabic, huh?
We got a beautiful story. Every moment